As you can see, VTK is a very versatile file format, lets you store lots of different file structures. If all you want to do is store three-dimensional arrays or two-dimensional arrays, there are two very popular file formats. One is called NetCDF, the other one is called HDF5, and they were really designed for storing very large arrays. Both NetCDF and HDF5 have a set of very nice features. They store data as binary, and of course this makes sense because you don't want to store data as ASCII. They also support compression. If you have a large sparse array with lots of zeros, it doesn't have to store all those zeros. Similar to VTK, NetCDF and HDF5 provide data description, so a header or metadata inside the file. They are portable. There are libraries for NetCDF and HDF5 for pretty much any compiler and any programming language. They support parallel I/O through MPI, and so on. So if you want to store multidimensional arrays, then I really recommend using one of these two file formats. NetCDF is natively understood by ParaView. If you store your three-dimensional array inside NetCDF, you can just open it in ParaView. And I have a few examples of NetCDF files in the data directory in the zip download. These files have .nc extension. HDF5 is not supported natively by ParaView, but there are actually several different ways to import HDF5 files into ParaView. One of them is you can use an XDMF file format, which is an extension to HDF5. You will take the HDF5 data file, and then you will write a separate XML file that describes data, and then you can open that XML file inside ParaView. Also, a number of file formats that I mentioned at the beginning, file formats from popular packages like Enzo, Flash, a few others, use HDF5 underneath, and ParaView can still understand and read them because those readers were coded with HDF5 in mind. OpenFOAM is a popular package for fluid dynamics, and it's used widely in engineering. Until recently, it was actually quite a problem to import OpenFOAM files into ParaView. And if you try to search for documentation on how to read an OpenFOAM file in ParaView, you might actually see a lot of wrong documentation because over the years, people accumulated various codes to try to import OpenFOAM into ParaView. But actually, nowadays, ParaView can read OpenFOAM files directly. So what you do is in the simulation directory where you have data, you create an empty file called something.foam with a .foam extension, and then you load it into ParaView. And ParaView will understand that this is an OpenFOAM simulation, and then it will read all the other files in that directory. And this reader is also parallel, so you can actually read very large data sets going into tens and hundreds of gigabytes using this reader on an HPC cluster. Okay, a quick recap of input file formats in ParaView. We started with raw binary, and I mentioned that raw binary does not have any metadata, and it's not portable across different platforms, different operating systems, applications, and so on. So don't use raw binary. Instead, use a file format that has metadata built in, that has compression, parallel I/O, and so on. So for large data sets, use XML VTK. If you want to store large arrays, then use NetCDF or maybe HDF5. If you have any questions about importing data into ParaView, if you have a data set that you want to open in ParaView but it doesn't open and you're not sure what to do, please let me know and I'll be happy to help you.